Korea's largest K-beauty manufacturers. They produce about 50 million units of skincare per month.
Wow.
So it's crazy how many formulations each manufacturer develops. It's about 2,000 a year. It smells great. Hi, Rocci.
Hi, Jen.
Welcome to Korea.
Thank you so much.
So, Rocci, now you're gonna try the whole K-beauty industry for yourself. Are you excited?
Muy, muy emocionada. ¡Vamos!
We're now in the Pangyo area where all the global research labs and headquarters are located. And now we are going to see one of the biggest cosmetic labs in South Korea, which is called Cosmecca Labs. So the Cosmecca Lab, it's one of the biggest cosmetics research labs in South Korea. And they supply to all those global beauty brands like L'Oreal and Estee Lauder Korea.
Wow.
We're finally here, Rocci. There's a section dedicated to sunscreens, creams, toners for each skincare category. So it's crazy how many formulations each manufacturer develops. It's about 2,000 a year. So we cannot keep a catalog of everything they develop. And out of all those formulations, we have selected a number of great formulations for you, especially, and for your brand. So these are the some of formulations that we picked out for you and your brand. I think these are the greatest formulations that K-beauty has ever made, and it's going to be next hyaluronic acid. So I want you to try all those formulations.
Yay!
I think it's a little recipe.
Wow.
It smells great. And this one as well. This one is a very interesting texture. It's a priming toner, so it's just the right kind of moisture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Muy interesante.
Yeah. Behind me is a skincare production campus of Korea's largest K-beauty manufacturers. They produce about 50 million units of skincare per month.
Wow.
Now the products are ready finally, and they're packed and ready to be shipped to the United States. It's been a long time we've worked together, and it's now ready to be sold. Here we are. And today we're gonna follow their site, and we're gonna see how an innovative formulation moves through the site and becomes a full production.
Can you support the small MOQ?
We can, but we do not recommend it because supporting a small MOQ means you work with low manufacturers with lower quality. So we set up an aim, realistic MOQ that can lead to better quality and then enhance the better repurchase rate. Brand is using labels. Silk printing is much more luxurious, whereas this is cheaper. Various ways of decorating and printing on the bottles, and also it impacts MOQ as well. On this floor, it's dedicated to printing and decorating. Yeah, I know.
Jen, where is this place?
Rocci, today we're taking you inside the process of how colors come to life. So we'll show you how our networked manufacturers are making and mixing the colors to make the Packaging tailored to your vision.
Yay!
Yay! Look at those colors, Rocci. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the past few months, we've been talking intensively over email about the colors, choosing the design, choosing the colors. And now you know each color can appear differently in a monitor. So we're using the Pantone chips to ensure whether the color you have chosen comes out right. Are you ready to see the final packaging?
I'm ready, Jen.
Okay. Here's your final packaging.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh! This is the exactly color. It's perfect. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. Now we're gonna see the facility where those packagings are made. Are you ready to see them?
I'm ready, Jen.
Vamos, let's go. So they're mixing all the colors together to create this shade. And so they're recording it so that they can recreate those batches. So they'll create a PPS for us and they record the batches and the ratio of the colors. And then they'll recreate those batches when doing a full production.
Okay.
So that's why PPS takes 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now you understand.
Yeah.
You can see the injection machine. So
Yeah.
when you make the color plastic, you put it in here and you can see the mold there. Okay, so when you look at those colors, they're all different. It's amazing how all these things come to life because of this single machine. So they want to match the Pantone colors here, like that. So I think this was probably a shade of pink. Yeah. So I think this one is pretty similar, but can be brighter or deeper. And the second color is if you look at this color, it's pretty close.
Yes.
The second would be this one, which is,
This one.
yeah, it's this one. It's a bit different. You can change the color. Is the reason now you understand why. Like everybody who is looking at the design has to be able to understand instantly which color is which and what your intentions are. And this is the reason why we kept asking for design updates. Yeah, it has to have all these colors like this. Yeah.
I understand right now.
Yeah. So they should be done, I think, by the end of October. So they need to take it elsewhere to make it into a pouch. But I think they came out really pretty.
Yeah.
Rocci, what was your expectations before working together with Crescent?
A ver, al ser diferentes culturas es como que no sabía la forma de trabajar, pero nada, creo que nos acoplamos bastante rápido para poder sacar la marca adelante. Ha sido bastante receptiva, siempre tratando de ayudar, de buscar la solución, porque crear una marca no es así tan fácil de la noche a la mañana, como lo ha mencionado, ha sido un proceso largo, pero sí, creo que lo más importante es tener un buen equipo que se acople y siento que lo hemos logrado.
I've been following you for a while before working together. It felt like a great opportunity for me because I knew Rocci with her content. She was a great content creator already, and I was super excited. And what were your expectations when working with the Korean team?
A ver, creo que bastante nerviosa porque estamos del otro lado del mundo. Yo estoy en Estados Unidos y está acá en Corea. Creo que lo primero que pensé es, Dios mío, ¿cómo nos vamos a comunicar por el idioma? Quizás pensarán un poco diferente, pero después de cada una de las reuniones semanales que hemos tenido, Jen ha sido bastante acertada con sus recomendaciones. Estando acá ella puede ver las tendencias, lo que sucede al momento, y a pesar de que nosotros estamos creando la marca hace 20 meses atrás, esto es lo que va a estar en tendencia, Rocci, estas son las mejores fábricas Rocci, esto es lo que tenemos que hacer, así que su acompañamiento para nosotros ha sido bastante importante porque lo ve desde otro punto de vista.
Thank you so much. I'm personally curious that your video about creating Cosmecca, I saw that Rocci was contacting a lot of agencies and was frustrated. And I would love to know what got you finally decide to work with us. How was the decision made?
A ver, creo que la decisión primero es tener una buena conexión. Para nosotros era bastante importante elegir a las personas correctas, porque sí, pueden saber mucho sobre la industria, pero si no hay una buena comunicación, no está abierta para explicarnos cada uno de los procesos, de los pasos, es muy difícil trabajar. Siento que también la personalidad, lo que tú sientes cuando hablas con las personas, para nosotros es muy importante, porque no estamos lidiando solo con una compañía, sino con personas reales que tienen una vida igual a nosotros. Entonces, desde el primer momento en que hablamos contigo, siento que hubo una conexión bastante bonita porque nos explicaste lo que hay detrás del proceso, y para nosotros eso es muy especial porque así es la forma en cómo nosotros seleccionamos a nuestro equipo para que se acople y trabajar de una forma bastante armoniosa. Jen se tomó el tiempo de buscar, de investigar, de hacernos las presentaciones. Siento que la marca se la tomó como que si fuese de ella, y que a pesar de que nosotros no vivimos acá, ella es nuestros ojos acá en Corea. Siento que es bastante importante tener una persona de este otro lado del mundo, sobre todo si tú vas a fabricar, para que pueda ver lo que sucede acá, porque estando de aquel lado es bastante complicado el manejo de la logística que esto implica, porque hay muchas personas detrás, muchas compañías, muchos procesos. Así que Jen ha sido bastante clave, tanto en comunicación, tanto en entendernos, tanto de poner su punto de vista, bastante asertiva. Para nosotros ha sido muy importante. Y mucha paciencia en todo este proceso.
¿Qué es paciencia?
Patient, be patient. That we are babies in the industry, and you take all the time to explain the process. Hey, we can do this. No, we definitely cannot do this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Paciencia.
Ajá, entiendo. Gracias.
Thank you for all the time that you took, all the experience, and of course that this experience changed the way we think about the process. Because as a client, usually people want I want this right now, but I know that the right things takes time.
Yes. Thank you for understanding that. Thank you. So I think we are a great team together, and we can make something great. We can create great products together. So this is the reason why I brought a whole production crew here with us, so we can go to the next level.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The production team.
Yes.
You're welcome.